with a great big smile. Here I am in New York, not at Rythmia, although they are wearing Rythmia masks. And I want to welcome Michelle and Daniel, who I have the great honor tomorrow to unite these two and bring them into husband and wife. And so what a perfect team I can interview here under the umbrella of our love. So, true love, sacred union, uniting as one is the topic today. And we are right now turning a warehouse into a temple, into a sanctuary, into the place where the beloveds can unite and sign their soul's contract as one. And so again, I am so much for having me come and marry you two. Now this is a love story, and so I would love a volunteer. And again, I'm sorry if it's so loud because there's a lot of commotion building the temple. I would love to hear, you know, the very first time that love knocked on your door and you said yes. Would you like to start? Ladies always go first.
Okay. I'm thinking back to actually the borough we're in right now in Brooklyn. Many years ago, it was a winter evening. We were attending a mutual friend's birthday party, and I was with a dear girlfriend, and Tyler was, and Daniel was meeting a friend Tyler. You know, we were at this party. It's the middle of the winter. Daniel walks in wearing a neon pink puffy coat. So I immediately was like, what's happening here?
Like, I got the hat today.
I don't know. Today, the hat. I don't know, Daniel, you can tell when you approached me. I think that's sort of the best part.
So it was a winter night, and Daniel was wearing this really pink Burning Man jacket, and Michelle noticed him. And then what happened?
I think I walked in the door, and I don't even think I looked for a friend whose birthday it was. I saw Michelle, and I just went straight over.
I think you did too. And I was, yes.
I think I just like left them in my dust.
Yeah.
That's when you know that you know, and that's when there's divine order and divine timing for everything. And so with that divine order and that perfect timing, these two souls met. And then what?
Some time passed.
Yeah, fast forward.
And then actually talk about serendipity.
Yeah.
I was doing
fast forward years later.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years later,
Yeah.
I was doing some morning exercises, and I get a call from my alarm company saying that the alarm had gone off. This is like 8 in the morning, and the alarm never goes off. So I run to the chocolate factory. Obviously, nothing's going on. And it's 8 in the morning, so I think, okay, let me just like photography shoots that I was gonna do. And so I start shooting, and next thing,
At like 8 in the morning. This is early.
yeah,
Next thing, so at this point, Daniel and I are not dating. We have had these moments years later, or years prior rather, and that same morning I was gathering supplies to go out to the Hamptons. I was producing a fundraiser that afternoon, and I was picking up these coconuts for one of the, it was going to be part of the event. The coconut factory ended up being across the street from Daniel's chocolate factory, which I didn't realize when I was going there. So I go, I pick up these supplies, and I see, I probably know, I think I know this man. Let's go see how Daniel's doing. He was inside the factory, sort of had a moment. I gave him a coconut.
he brought me a coconut.
You gave me a chocolate bar. We sort of exchanged pleasantries. I went about my way, went out to Daniel. After that.
Then I got in touch with your best friend
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay, cancel, clear that.
to get the lowdown.
No, yeah.
Like,
It was actually so
what's up? What's going on with this lady?
Okay. I thought you wanted to get in touch with her friend for other reasons.
No, I wanted,
okay, I was like, okay, we don't have to get into that detail.
Skinny.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
He was
okay,
being actually really sweet about it.
okay, sweet. And then,
I guess the rest is
Yeah, and then the rest
history.
is sort of history. Then
now it's history.
I know now it's history.
okay, so
Yeah.
let's go back to, okay, so you told us the history. Okay, so let's go back now to that knowing, that deep knowing. The heart knows. So tell me about that depth of knowing, because that's really, I feel, the inspiration of today, and the wisdom that one, whether they're love or not, can today, is that when you truly listen, then you know. So talk about that knowing.
Yeah. I was asked that question several times over the years as we were sort of settling into our lives together. And I think for me, it was the comfort in silence and nothingness that felt so much like home. And it was with him. So I felt like even when our lives were still, it was exactly where it was meant to be. And that to me was something I always want in my orbit, and found that with Daniel.
And for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like just so much comfort in being around each other. I mean, regardless, even through the highs and lows, they both like have their comforts. They're like like there's something that like being created between us that's much larger than us.
And so we're going to be standing under the chuppah tomorrow, for those who are just joining right now. And these two amazing souls are saying yes to this next chapter of life. And under the umbrella of our love, Rythmia, we come here to bless them, to unite them, because I'm not at Rythmia, I'm in New York. And I'm going to be, again, marrying these two. And again, the love, the unconditional love that comes from saying yes, from uniting, that next level of life is the theme of today. And so what more can we share with our wonderful audience? What would you like to share? What are you most excited about, Michelle?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think even having sat through the pen so long and having been engaged, I'm just really excited for the next level of our partnership. I feel like this is now just going to open up doors for so much more of the life we're building together. This feels like a punctuation mark on one chapter, and then while we move to something else, that feels really exciting.
Amazing. For you?
Yeah, I think there's something about nurturing the relationship and like really letting that feed us on all our levels.
Even like planning for the wedding has given us an opportunity to connect on so many things we want to talk about and plant seeds for in the future. But I was not anticipating that being part of this process in a way that I'm really happy with.
Wow. And so, friends, family, coming. Tell us.
And we've been told by many of our friends that we're the first to sort of say yes to a gathering of some kind. So I think for a lot of people, this is, they're ecstatic for us as a couple, but they're also really excited to be, creating community again and being, really thinking through the potency of community, I think in a way that we haven't been able to in a long time. And so the wedding we have, we're in New York, so it's a lot of our friends and family here in the greater New York area. Some folks have been comfortable taking flights, so we're happy to have some California friends. Missing our South African family, that's for sure. Well, with every
everything that's going on in the world, I can't tell you what a gift it is to be with these two. And personally, I was born in Israel, and as we know, Israel is at war right now. And so to land here last night, to know that I'm going to be in this love bubble, turning a factory, a warehouse into a temple, synagogue, sanctuary, couldn't make me more excited and more happy. And so I'm so again deeply honored to be part of this incredible union. And I'm going to be kidnapping them after they've, have gone on their honeymoon, and bring them to Rythmia, because really at Rythmia, that is a continuation of self-marriage, of marriage. And so exciting to be here in New York. And if there's anything else you would love to share, it's always a tradition that a couple that gets married the people who come to the wedding. So even though you're not coming tomorrow, is there any perhaps blessing that you would like to share with our viewers before we say shalom, goodbye, blessings, everybody? Daniel?
I think that the blessing is of a bigger family and a greater community of acknowledging the connection between all of us. And I think that our connection is just something people can touch on to look at, that the bigger theme of us all being family.
So beautiful. Anything? Let me just say that behind the scenes, this lady, and this man, they have been working to, again, just construct out of a warehouse an incredible space. And it's not done yet, although it's in the making, and it's amazing. The feeling when I walked in was like, this is going to be incredible. So I just had to say that, because she's probably a little like, just a little. Yeah, but any last?
I think I love that everyone is hitting pause and coming together for one common cause. And we've all been so separate for so long. We all have so much going on in our lives, and I'm so grateful that we're coming together, hitting pause, and being here for the same reason.
Amazing. Well, on that note of hitting pause, why don't you, before we say goodbye and chime out, why don't you pause for a moment, and maybe in the blessing, because that blessing that you share with these two amazing beings will also come right back at you. So you can share a blessing, and we will definitely take a peek at that in a little bit of a break. We're like, from here, we're going on to dress rehearsals and all this wonderful stuff. So it would be so nice for these two to receive blessings from strangers who are now soul family, celebrating with us from afar. So thank you for joining. Thank you. Mazal tov, congratulations. And I'll see you back at Rythmia very soon. Bye.